Once again, a fifth water well is down in West Hawaii, leading to a new emergency water restriction notice for North Kona. Here is the civil defense message that was issued on Sunday.
This is a civil defense message. This is an emergency water restriction notice for North Kona District customers for Sunday, August 13th at 11:45 a.m. The Department of Water Supply reports Honokahau deep well located in North Kona is now out of service. Due to the loss of this pump this morning, North Kona customers in the area from Keoho to Keahole and Honalu to Makale must restrict water use to health and safety needs only. This means use water for drinking, cooking, and hygiene purposes only. Cease all other water use, including all irrigation and washing of vehicle and boats. Conserve water by flushing toilets less often and taking shorter showers. We also recommend that residents store a sufficient amount of water, 5 to 10 gallons, for basic household needs, such as flushing toilets, hygiene, and consumption in the event of service disruption. Until further notice, the Department of Water Supply is suspending temporary service accounts and irrigation accounts in North Kona for after-hours emergencies or to report any observed wasteful use of water. Call the Department of Water Service at 961-8790. During normal business hours, call 961-8060. This radio station will be kept updated and you will be informed of any conditions that may affect your safety. Thank you for listening. Have a safe day. This is your Hawaii County Civil Defense.
We talked with Keith Okamoto, head of Hawaii County Department of Water Supply, Sunday afternoon. He said county officials do not know the cause of the latest failure. However, they do have a spare well in Waimea that looks like it can be repurposed to fit the Honokahau well. Right now, they're working on getting one of the two deep well contractors on Hawaii Island to pull off another job to try to solve this latest problem. A similar water crisis threatened water service in Kona from June 29th to July 5th, when the Keohu'olu deep well failed. At that time, there were already 4 other wells in the North Kona water system either under repair or offline.
How many customers would you say were impacted because of these wells being down?
Not any, as far as loss of service because of the wells being down. We've had people go without service because of other things like water main breaks or PRVs or inlet control valves possibly not functioning properly, but specifically due to the 4 wells in Kona being down, we haven't lost service to our customers.
And then we've also had to outreach to other wells though to pump in so we wouldn't lose that service, right?
Yep.
How are we then going to help relieve some of those other areas that got impacted for us extracting?
Yeah, so basically our guys have been working some kind of magic in Kona to keep water flowing to everybody. So in the past, we're more heavily reliant on those basal sources. So out of the 13, we have 7 high-level, 6 basal. So we're putting more dependence back on those basal sources, notably the Kahalu Shaft, the Kahalu well fields, even Holualoa well, I believe. So in the past, what we used to do is boost up Palani Road. Whereas when we had the new high-level sources, we changed the flow from Makai to Mauka to Mauka to Makai. So we had to do more of that original Makai to Mauka type distribution.
On July 5th, emergency repairs were completed on Keohu'olu deep well and the water restriction was lifted. A mandatory 25% reduction was still in effect at that time, however, since the remaining 4 wells were still offline. Water supply officials answered questions at a county council meeting.
They want to know, is there enough water within our wells, within our aquifer, to provide for not only current what we have now as a population, but in the future.
We're very comfortable with the amount of development for the foreseeable future, but at the same time, like Ms. Eoff said, this is a resource that everybody needs to understand is critical. We're an island state, so it's a finite resource, and we all need to use it wisely, especially in areas that are drier, because on the wet sides of the island, we're talking about hundreds of millions of gallons a day compared to 38 here. Yeah, so
County officials, including Mayor Harry Kim, also faced the public at a West Hawaii Forum event.
First of all, I want to clarify that this situation that we're in with the wells being down is 100% the responsibility of the Department of Water Supply. Mayor Harry has graciously offered his support throughout, but the responsibility is really all ours. Our revenues come from, 100% of our revenues come from the water bills, the revenues from the water bills. So hopefully that does clear some things up. I know a couple questions were in that line. I also want to thank the community at this time for their patience and understanding, especially when that fifth well went down. With everybody's cooperation and support, we were able to manage to get by without anybody going out of service due to that fifth well being down. So again, thank you folks for all your efforts. It's truly appreciated. Mahalo.
Okay, so this is just really the map of the North Kona water system. It does cover basically from Makale Fire Station up on the north end, on the Malka side down to Keohole Airport, and extends south to about Tashima's, and on the Makai side, the Keohole Resort area, just past Mauna Loa Village. So the sources are labeled there, maybe starting from north to south, are the Kalawa well, Hualalai well, the Palani Ranch well, Honokohau well, the Keohuolu well, and the Keopu well and the Waiaha well. So those first 7 from north to south are actually our high-level, higher quality sources. The 4 of them are out, again, are the Hualalai well, Palani Ranch well, the Waiaha well, and the Keopu well.
And I'm surrounded with 4 engineers, 2 on my left, obviously, 2 on my right. And I've been spending a lot of time with them. I'm not saying this to say it. I hope some of you, because of tonight's meeting, which I'm very grateful for, understand, number one, the complexity. Because every question you ask, I guarantee you, because of my previous job, I've asked also. Matter of fact, I think weekend before last, these 4 people was with me in a meeting on Saturday with a couple other of the staff. I say it unabashedly that I am proud of your county Department of Water Supply. I wouldn't trade them. If you go check the problems of other counties or other jurisdictions, I think you will be too. And I think you can judge by their answer how complete they are. And my job is to question, and I do question. In regards to things like Saturday in preparation for, this is a joke, so don't get offended by it. I told Keith after he called to say a 5th pump went down, I told him, you better go to church. Did you?
I prayed in bed.
But seriously, they put in a lot of time. Their presentation, let's take a simple thing that I didn't know until I was in civil defense. To me, a pump is a pump. Then like your pumps here, they're down submersible about 1,600 feet. Just imagine a volume of 2 million gallons pumped up a day, the kind of technology that these people represent and require. And I think some of you are very surprised to find out how long it takes to order a pump. The kind of things we did on emergencies in that meeting Saturday, you set policies. If there is a fire in this affected area, fire department will immediately call civil defense to coordinate with water department what fire hydrant they can use without draining the system, because one simple fire, brush fire, otherwise you'll run out of water in no time if they drain that. And those are the kind of things.
Then on July 29th, the water department suffered another setback. During repairs to the Waiaha well, a pump, motor, and column pipe fell down into the well, leaving the timeline for completing work unknown.